Today is Friday, February 20th, and I'm doing a maintenance inspection up in Granada Hills. First thing we're going to look at is the roof, and we're going to get on the ladder and climb that. It's a composition shingle roof. The gutters are full of debris. There's a tree growing over the roof, so that needs to be cut back, trimmed back. The vent for the furnace is type B, dual wall, which we like to see. And there's the main electrical service cable is anchored to the roof, which we like to see, and it's free of the trees. Backyard slopes towards the house, and your patio roof extension is a 90 weight cap sheet, and they use hot mopped it, and looks in pretty good shape. And the vent for your water heater, it's a transite pipe, and they should, next time they change out your water heater, put a metal type B vent pipe, and you have gutters in the back rear of your garage, and they're full of debris or pine needles. The top of the roof, the ridge cap, and these are good shape. They typically wear at 8 to 10 years. There's some minor deterioration here. So the roof is probably 6-7 years old. At the front of the house, you have the water lines coming in. It's like a 1-inch galvanized pipe from the street, and then it goes into 3/4 copper here. And you have a gate valve, and this will turn off the water to the house. And on the side here, you have water line that feeds your sprinklers, and you have a couple of sprinkler valves up front of the house, and the other ones are on the right exterior of the house. You do have a tree growing right up against your house, and we're always worried about roots. It also limbs over the roof. You can see the gutter has been bent here. So one of the recommendations would be to remove the tree, and also ivy growing around the house. Rodents love to hang out in the ivy. There is a main clean out for a sewer line, and the owner said they put a new sewer line in from the house to the street, and under the house it would still be the old cast iron. And there's a clean out in the back of the house as well. The water pipes, some of the system's been changed to copper. The galvanized is still in the walls between the kitchen and the 2 bathrooms. At your right exterior of the house, you have your gas meter, and looks like it's been replaced at some point. There's that shut off the gas. This valve here, and you turn it 90 degrees. This tab, and you need a wrench. And when you sell the house, it's required by the City of LA to have a seismic gas shut-off valve on your house side. That kicks in when you sell the house. We talked about the water, and now gas. Now we're talking about the electricity, how to shut the power off. You have a older Cenco panel box in the back rear of the house. At the rear exterior, you have a panel box, and these 2 breakers here, you push them down and it shuts things off. It's a Cenco box, and it's antiquated, and they're no longer being manufactured, and there's some defects with them. Missing a couple of screws to hold the cover on, and you have an open breaker slot here as well. At the rear of the house, you have signs of ponding with your brick patio and concrete against the house, and the expansion boards on your brick patio is, some of them have settled, so it's all would be trip hazards. And there are some underground drains, and the drain lines are all plugged up, and there's a lot of vegetation overgrowth. So you have some maintenance to do out here. The 4 sprinklers in the back are tried 3 of them, and one of them doesn't have a bleed on it, and that's the one that's leaking. So I shut that off, and hopefully that will solve your water problem leaking in the backyard. Next thing we're going to look at is a water heater. In your garage, there is a crack in the concrete floor. There's a newer sectional garage door, and we'd like to see 2 handles, one on the bottom section, one up the second section. And the idea is so you don't get your hands stuck in these the gaps between the sectionals as it turns. And it acts like a pair of pliers. Your main convenience outlet out here doesn't have a GFI protection. That's those red and black button type of breakers. Now the tub out here was added, and the washer and dryer is probably, it looks like an added feature for the garage. The vent on the plumbing vent on the exterior of the wall is made out of ABS and exposed. It should be cast iron. And so now we'll look at your water heater. It's a Bradford and White, and it's a couple of years old. It's a 50-gallon. It shakes, so it's not secured to the wall. This top side strap needs to be down 9 inches from the top. And there's a, you can see the newer copper here, and inside the house there's some old galvanized pipes. When they replaced the water heater several years ago, they should have replaced the transite pipe. That's an asbestos product that should be all steel through the roof line, and then the where this vent pipe comes down and connects to your dampener, this should be have screws. And then I'll come back, and then the gas line, there should be what we call a sediment trap on the gas line, and we'll find that in the instructions. So I found the manufacturer installation instructions, and this is the strip leg or sediment trap we like to see on the gas line, and your plumber didn't put one on. At the rear exterior of the garage, there's a pipe that comes up, and it's a ABS plastic, and where's exterior, we don't use ABS plastic because it'll crack or it's not protected, and your vent pipe should extend to above the roof line. So there's a couple of things that need to happen here. It needs to be replaced with cast iron and extend to above the roof line, 6 inches.